We are incredibly close at touching down at the official critical demand, and the asset feels bearish even still. With this kind of price action, one must take into consideration beyond the inflection point in the off chance something happens there, a type of bounce of sorts. Welcome back to the channel on this Thunder Thursday. This is ARCa, and let's dive into ticker symbol GTII. Let's kill him, team. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Let's go ahead and dive in to ticker symbol GTII. And what we're observing here is the daily time frame where we actually came up with this thesis of around 500 days of either consolidation or from pivotal points, right? So I'm talking about literally from the tops of to the bottom. I'm sorry, from the tops of these formations. Can't speak right now, to the very bottoms of the formation here, right? So today I'm deciding to make this video today because we actually reached a critical target today, and it's very close to reaching its complete inflection, right? So we were speaking of this probability for a few weeks, already a few weeks ahead of time, right? Touching down to the area of around 43.02. The price action today came down to a low of 43.20, right? And price action essentially bounced to the upside from there. Now, and I will say kind of a large candle at that. Now, what are the probabilities here of continuing, though? What if price action continues to the downside? Well, I mean, there are some. Let's just take a look here. Yeah, well, I mean, we said 43.20, right? So 43.20. I want to see if I can catch any weirdness here in price action. Let's see. Yeah, it's just I'm really catching this 40 right in here. Okay, I'm going to highlight that, and we're going to take a look at this because there's a daily gap right there. That can certainly help, right? So let's go ahead and just zoom into that and see what those targets are like. Okay. Well, here it is, right? And let's see what it is. Okay, so the bottom side of this candle here is a low of 44. Okay, so if we were to cover, okay, there's another gap right down here. That is a low of 43. Okay, and this gap over here, the top side is 40. Let me hover over that. A low of 42 and a bottom side of 40. Okay, so right in here, 42 to 40 cents could be an area for us to observe. And as you can see here, we actually gapped up right here once, and it opened up at 42 precisely, just like it did here, right? And also right over here. This is also another 42-cent gap. This is the top side of the 42 cents. And also this candle here closing precisely at 42 as well. Right? So yeah, there's a lot going on in this 42-cent range. Right? So let me and you know what? I haven't even followed up with any. I don't know what's going on here. I haven't even checked my own Discord to see what Rhino is speaking of, right? Because he's generally the person that's looking at the GTII ticker, and I'm wondering if he may be seeing the same thing here too. But yeah, I'm really catching something anywhere in the realm of 42 cents to, I'd say, about 43.01. And but yeah, there's a lot of rhyming here to 42 specifically, right? So what we're gonna do here is make it a complete range. So the bottom side of about 41. Let's see what this top side is here. So the high of 41.15. Right. Oh my goodness, right there, 41.15 with a focus of 42, which would be the 50% of that return there. Okay, so yeah, I think this would ultimately, yeah, that this is a pretty heavy zone, right, to consider here. So let's just kind of draw that all the way across the price action here, just to make sure that we have it within our scope, because now that we're getting close to these targets here, we need to keep under consideration what could happen because there are clearly areas here that price action can use for a bounce to the upside. And let's just go ahead and put that focus in there as well, right? So that focus is going to be right at the 42, like we were saying. So let me just zoom in a little more so we can get it as tight as we can. There we go. And yeah, let me just make sure that this is, well, I guess at this point it doesn't matter. So let me just, there we go. Now let me let my OCD kind of take over for a little bit here while we waste our times. There we go. Did it a little quicker than normal. All right. So now just to kind of put it out there, right, let's just label them so that we are aware, or we can all keep ourselves in the same picture, right? So that's going to be that 4302, right? I can't really get it, but 43 should be fine in this case, right? And then the lower bound target here would be that 4115. And then the center of the target here would be that 42 flat. Right, and if we can't get it, it's fine. 4201 is fine. Okay, so now, yeah, we have those targets now set up here for us to observe in the coming sessions, right? I'm not saying that it's gonna happen. I'm not saying that we're gonna support there. I'm just saying that that's what we have to look out for here. Okay, and yeah, price action, of course, it's really dangerous here. This is the scariest point what we're facing here. Okay, so the daily time frame. Let's see what we have in here. At least in a formations perspective, right? So okay, so yeah, I mean, reaching very close. I thought it was 4308, but it's in fact 4302, right? So I just needed to. I think I put 4308 just to average it, and it kind of got stuck there, right? So and it's yeah, this is just going to be adjusted entirely here. We have a whole bunch of other targets to keep in the under consideration here too, but yeah. Anyway, so let's yeah, you know what? Actually, that 4462 price action ended up closing there, I think, closing at 4480. Okay, very, very interesting. All right, let's move on to the next chart and see what else we have, right? I want to make sure that we can go over these so that we can just make a conscious decision here, right? So still 14 days away, and 14 days, 19 hours to close this monthly iteration, and it's still, I want to point out that it's still not, we still haven't closed the monthly iteration outside of the channel's bounds. So the channel still has exposure here with this candle, right? So this, if it does close in almost 15 days, if it does close beneath this regression, then that would be the first monthly candle to close beneath the formation, right? And that's generally not the best thing to look at, right? So and another thing that just want to remind everybody, right, is that we definitely still have decreasing volume here, right? We still have decreasing volume with decreasing price, which usually means that, the bears are exhausting here, and also take profits could be, I'm sorry, liquidations could be limiting. I'm not sure just yet, but this is currently what I'm observing. Okay, so 10-minute time frame algorithms are already giving us a little bit of a long signal here. So we'll see how that's going to push into tomorrow, right? So let's keep an eye on that. But immediate short-term time frame apparently showing up as bullish. And let's see what else we have, right? Okay, so this is the formation of the descending broadening wedge in the falling wedge, and I will say that this falling wedge oftentimes now has had this failure before a recovery. So that's another thing to observe here. We're gonna have to keep an eye on a few things, right? And let's see, 8-hour time frame bearish engulfing printed. This suggests a continuation to the downside, and we're just gonna have to see how that proceeds, right? Because we definitely closed above the prior bar high, a prior bar low, right? So we're just gonna have to see how this manages here. But we still have some downside to consider here. Okay, and that's why I'm saying that we should probably start observing the 4302 into the area of around 4114 with a focus of that 42-cent zone. Okay, and then we will we'll see. Right, so let me go ahead and just take a look. at a couple things here, right? I want to see if we have anything rhyming. Just a moment. Okay, bears are definitely in strength, and the Gaussian band is definitely above us. Okay. So the last part of the analysis here will be the RSI 30-minute immediate short-term time frame already combating the SMA 14 for a short-term upside. It is outside of the gravitational zone, so it doesn't have too much danger for a downside here. 15-minute time frame about to find support from the SMA 14 represented by the pink line, which is good. And 10-minute time frame already finding that support, and 5-minute time frame as well. In fact, it's in the gravitational zone. So the immediate short term to the 15-minute, definitely 30-minute, definitely shows as bullish. Now, the idea here would be to cascade this bullish price action into the hourly. Now, the hourly time frame does have a gravitational pull here, right? So this can move up and pressure the SMA 14 upside of the gravitational zone. So this could actually kind of beat it. It may have a good shot at combating that. Now, jumping into the bi-hourly is actually pivoted downwards. So now talking about the bi-hourly, the 4-hour, the 8-hour, and on, it's kind of meaningless without knowing exactly how much push and how much thrust these immediate short-term timeframes are going to have to influence the bi-hourly time frame and on. So this is something we're just going to have to keep an eye on and keep a very close eye on, okay, team? So that's currently what I'm seeing right now, okay? So please make sure to manage your risk and be very careful in the markets as we are approaching inflection here for this asset. And please remember, team, that I still have now about 15 or 16 seats left of the ARC Masters trading course, and this is going to be a 16-week mentorship and very much the last one I will ever teach, right? I need to focus on my day trading, and this is something that I'm just going to have to go ahead and sacrifice here so that I can continue my career in trading, right? So I've already done 3 tracks. In fact, the track 3 students started just about 4 weeks ago for the 16 weeks, and we should be starting the track 4 students in January. Okay, team, so get in touch with me, arcmasterscourse@gmail.com, and I shall pass you the disclaimer, the syllabus, and all the pertinent information to that. Okay, team? Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Never, 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 never. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well a very, very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios. Yeah.